Learning Zilin Nishmas Etta Ahuva Basakim Masechah Sanhedrin Perek Vav Mishna Dala. Beis Haskila Yigavoy Shtei Koimas. The Beis Haskila was the height of two people plus the third height of himself. So he winds up falling from 3 koimas. And the Gemara says even though 10 tefachim is enough to kill a person, like we find by a bar, in Masechah's Baba Kama, but over here we want him to die quicker. V'hafta l'reich kamoicha. So the Gemara says, why don't you make it even higher? So the Gemara says, because then it's going to be menovel. The Mishnah says that one of the Eidim pushes him on from his back, and it's learned out from the pasuk because it says Yira is a lashon of hashlacha. Nepach aliboy hoifche al masnav. If he winds up falling on his heart down, then they turn him over so his back is down. In Meisba Yatza, if he dies with this, is good. V'imlav hasheni noitel es ha'evan v'noisna libay. Then the second one takes the evan, which the Teves Yantav explains that takes is lavdafka. It means that he throws it, because it's mevur in the Gemara that the stone was heavy, that it needed 2 people to pick it up, but they didn't both push it, because then, Rashi explains, then it doesn't go so hard. So it's better if they both pick it up and one gives the push. So then the Lashon Gemara, Kihechi de Tesi Mirazia, so then it will go from one of their strengths. And in Meis Bayatza, if he dies with that, then it's good. V'im lav, then the third chance try is Regimas K'chol Yisrael. Everyone throws the stone, Shenemer, Yad Ha'edim Tia Boy Berishayna Lahamisay. First the Edim try, and then V'yad Kol Ha'am. The Mishnah continues with another machlekes. Kol haniskal and nitlin diver of Eliezer v'chachamim oimrim ein nitla ela megadef v'oived avodah zara. So the chachamim say that only someone who curses Hashem and someone who's oived v'avodah zara is after their skila they get hung, and it's because they learn out from a klal uprat, ein b'chal elamash b'prat. And Rabbi Eliezer holds that no, he learns out from a ribuyamiyat that kol haniskal and nitlin, that everyone who's mechuyev skila, after the skila they hang him up. The Mishnah continues with a machlekes about hanging a lady. So ish teilen oiseh panav kalape esa'am ve'isha paneh kalape eitz. The Rabbi Eliezer holds that you hang both a man and a lady. The only chilek is that the lady is facing the tree. And the Chachamim Aimrim, they hold that you don't hang a lady at all. Ish nitla ve'ina isha nitlas. Amar lehem Rabbi Eliezer l'Shimon ben Shetach tol nashim be'Ashkelon. I'll bring you a raya that I'm right, because Shimon ben Shetach hung woman in Ashkelon who machshefes. Amar loi shmoinim nashim tol ve'in dan shnayim b'yayim echad. There's a different problem over there. How could he even have donned 2 people on one day? We know that we don't don 2 people on one day because then Bezdin is not going to be able to see the schus of each of them properly, and yet they did that. So must be it was Hayra Shah. So if it was Hayra Shah, the Gabi Danim B'Shnei Mechad, it's Hayra Shah also, and you have no raya that an Isha gets hung. The Mishnah continues with the halacha of Taliyah of hanging after skila. Ketzat Tel Naisai. So the machlekes how they put up the kaira. The Tanakama says b'shakin es hakaira ba'aretz ve'i yetzi mimenu u'makiv shtei yadav zu agav zu v'tayla. I say that the beam was stuck into the ground, and out of that came a piece of wood, and they put his hands one on top of the other, and they hung him. And Rabbi Yossi Aimer hakaira mutal ha'kaisa v'tayla isay kedech shetabachan isay, that the beam leaned against the wall, and he was hung the way the butchers do, and right away they untie him. The imlan over love beloisase. If he stays overnight like that, then you'll be over loisase. Shenemar leisolin velasai ala eitz ki cover sikbereno ki kilas alikim toli v'goimer. That the Mishnah explains kiloimer mimnei mazeh toli mimnei shabirachas Hashem. The whole reason we're hanging this person is because he cursed Hashem. If you're going to keep him there, hanging there for longer overnight, Nimsa Shem Shemayim Mischalel, then it's Chilul Shem Shemayim, because everyone's going to know that he cursed Hashem. The Pshat and the Machlekes, Rabbi Yossi and the Tanakama, is because the eighth was also buried. And the Pasuk says, Ki cover tikbereno, and the Rabbi Yossi darshans that Mishein Mechuser Lekfura, Yatza Zeh Shemechuser Chafira V'Tlisha V'Kvura. So if it was like the Tanakama, that it was into the ground, so then you need to get it out with chafira, tlisha, and kvura. And the Rabbanan held that no, that tlisha lav klumi, the Gemara says. Rabbanan held that tlisha lav klumi. Mishna hey, Omer Ameir, B'shasha Adam Mitzdar, Shechina Ma'aloshan Emeres, Kaviyachal Kalani Miroishi Kalani Mizori. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has pain from his head, Kaviyachal, and from his arms. Imkain, Hamakim Mitzar Adam Shel Rishoim Shenishbach. If you see HaKadosh Baruch Hu has pain from even Rishoim that are getting killed, Kavachomer Adam Shel Tzadikim. The Mishnah goes back to the halacha of alina, of leaving a mace overnight, and says, V'loi zubulvad, it's not only by a case of skila, kol hamolin is mesa over beloisa say, any mace that's left overnight, over loisa say, hilinu l'chvoidai, hilhavi lo'arim v'tachrichin, except if you did it for the kavod mace, in order to bring an aron and tachrichin, ain't over love, then you're not over. The Mishnah ends off, Elohi koivin oisa b'kivreis havoisa, v'elishtei bet ha'kivuris ha'im skanim b'bezdin, achas ha'neragin nechnokim, v'achas ha'neskol n'srafin, that this person that was mechuyev arba misas bezdin doesn't get buried in the regular beis hakvaras. There were two beltei kvaras, one for hariga and chenek, and one for skila and sreifa, and they wouldn't get buried in the appropriate one, because ein koivin tzadikim elu eitzel rishayim. So the Gemara asks, why do you have 4 batei kfaras, one for each misas bezin? Because the same way you don't bury a rasha eitzel tzadik, you shouldn't bury a rasha chomer eitzel rasha kal. So the Gemara says, shnei kvaras, but Gemara gemir, that's halacha Moshe Messina, that there are 2 batei kfaras.